Good evening, everybody. It's Nate Powell from Ferocious Beard Company, and it is the Ferocious Friday Free-For-All. Welcome to the show, you guys, and I am so glad you are here. Looks like E-Rock was first in the house, so how are you, E-Rock? Good to see you, brother. Bearded Wolf jumped in, too. How are you, sir? And we've also got Ray Smelly Turtle here. Brian Hershey is here in the house joining us, too. Looks like Lenny showed up, too. Lenny Stuff, how are you, sir? Good to see you, man. And all is good here, man. It is all good. It is Friday night, and we are just ready to rock and roll and have a great evening tonight. Looks like Bearded Mike Watson showed up too. How are you, Mike? You are in our prayers, you and your family, and I'm so glad to see that you're here with us tonight, Mike. Even if you can't stay for long, I totally get it, but I appreciate your jumping in on here, man. So, a couple of things I want to kind of talk about real quick. And the first and foremost is our thoughts and prayers go out to Sean and his family over at 8-Bit Beard Company. They lost their son Wesley earlier on April 21st, and we are just devastated. Now, you know, I've chatted with Sean before in the past. We've kind of just talked mostly about, when I was getting the Chevy Tahoe, what I affectionately know as the Ferocious Beast. He is a real enthusiast when it comes to Chevrolet Tahoes and Suburbans, and he has a Suburban himself, and he and I went and talked back and forth, or not talked, but chatted back and forth about, you know, the platforms because they're so similar, and really encouraged me to decide that that Tahoe was a good choice in vehicle, and I'm just so sorry for he and his family. You know, back when my oldest daughter was born, she was a twin to a stillborn, and so I can understand the loss of somebody so close, but you know, it's a little different because Wesley was in his family for, you know, for alive for some time, and I'm just devastated, and I'm so sorry, and my thoughts and prayers are very much with he and his family. And there's also, just so you know, I've seen it all over Instagram, but just be aware that there's going to be a charity auction run by Beach Bum Beards. They're going to have a live stream on Sunday night at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, and it's really all to support 8-Bit Beard Company, the family, Sean and his family, as they, as they deal with this horrible tragedy. So if I'm gonna be there Sunday, I would hope that if you get a chance, you get a chance to be there too, and it's going to be Sunday, and it's going to be on Beach Bum Beards live stream on their YouTube channel. So I'll also be putting out a message on my app, so people I'll directly link to their YouTube channel when it's happening, and we have around 650 at last count of people that have the app, so I hope that there will be a really great turnout for that event. And then also some other sad news to report. So one of our ferocious fans, Redneck Viking 84, lost his father Tuesday at 11:59 p.m. and he was an Air Force Vietnam era veteran, and he had been in declining health, but he unfortunately passed at 11:59 p.m. on Tuesday. And so because in honor of him, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Air Force taps. So let's listen to that, and this is in honor of his father. Stephen, I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm sorry. All right, so bearded Mike Watson is here, and he's asked me to bring people up to speed on what's happening with his family. And I'd be happy to do that. I also want to let you guys know that Neil from Maverick Beards is kind enough to be up very, very early in England. And I just want to also bring him up onto the screen here, and I want to welcome him. Neil, thank you so much for joining us today on the Ferocious Friday Free-for-All. It's really good to finally talk to you.
No worries. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. So I just want to explain what's happening with Mike Watson.
No problem.
And he's going through some family issues right now. So what's happening is one of his sons is actually about to join the Air Force. So I'm really happy to hear that. But one of his other sons has been, he's been having some trouble just with, some social trouble and now apparently some legal trouble. And, without getting into too many details, he was sent to essentially a halfway house and was under some treatment. And while there, he got into a fight with somebody else. And as a result, he was arrested and charged and now has been convicted of assault and will be going to a juvenile detention facility. And, that's a tough thing for a parent to have to experience. And, you can be the best parent in the world, and it really takes two, right? It takes you as a parent, and it takes your child or a young adult to recognize what you're doing as a parent and how you're trying to mold them into a productive member of society. And sometimes some people learn later than others, and it's it's not like someone's raising their kid incorrectly. It's just sometimes things just happen that interfere with that, and you might get in with the wrong crowd, or you might have somebody who's just very stubborn and wants to learn things on their own and not accept the words of wisdom that parents are giving to their kids. And this could literally happen to anybody. And so Mike, I know it's a tough thing you're dealing with, and I know it's very stressful. I can only imagine how stressful it is, but just know that we are all, as a community, here for you, to reach out to lean on, to vent, whatever you want to do. I enjoy my conversations with you when I talk to you, and we'll continue to do that. I think it's important to be able to talk to someone non-judgmentally and just vent. And so I look forward to our conversations. So I want just to bring the awareness to the community, because some people just don't really understand when we ask for prayers for people, what it is exactly we're praying for, but or thinking, keeping people in their thoughts. And so I just wanted to kind of add a little color to that at Mike's request. So that's really what's happening with his family. So if you can, just keep them in your thoughts and prayers, and I think it's a good example of, you never know what people are dealing with in life. And so when you're interacting with people in your day-to-day life, you don't know what's behind that person's thoughts, and what your life might be going great, and you're just bebopping around doing your own thing, and you bump into somebody who is having a really shitty time at the moment. And just have some compassion for people, because you never know what's happening with someone else, and you never know when something might happen to you. Just treat people the way you want to be treated.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think when it comes to, you don't know anyone's backstory. Whenever it comes to, communicating with people, whether it's via social media or whether it's out on the streets, whoever it is that you come into contact with in your everyday life, basically, what you might see could be a facade, it could be a hide. They could be hiding any kind of emotions or feelings. So I think the main thing is basically is to be respectful, you know, and just sort of take an understanding and get to know somebody before you make any kind of judgment on them.
Sure. No, absolutely. I
Hey,
couldn't
Jordan.
agree more. Tiki's here. What's going on, Tiki? Logan says he has to learn the hard way. Yeah, totally. And Mike mentions it's going to be a very long road, addiction and anger issues on top of teenage hormones.
Mm.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, we've all had to deal with things like that, Mike. You know, I've had to deal with a form of addiction myself. You know, so it can be a very sort of hard, tough road to go down. The thing is again, this is what I say. Probably what you see on the surface, what you might see on YouTube or IG or any of my profiles, basically. You know, you don't know what's bubbling under the surface. I like to describe it basically as if you could imagine a majestic swan on the water, you know, just floating along, but you don't see the legs kicking underneath frantically.
That's a really, really great analogy. Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't see what's happening underneath the surface.
No.
So,
No.
Bearded Cheesehead. Hey, Nate.
Hey, Ryan.
Beautiful bearded Frenchman across the lake. So Neil, the reason I was so excited to listen to the other broadcasts earlier today was I've been shipping things to the UK periodically since 2017 when I started, and my reading of this Brexit thing is from a vendor from a business who is in the US, is that they changed things back on January 1st. So essentially what they're saying, at least what I've been able to read, is that it used to be, prior to that date, it used to be that when I would ship something to the UK, the customer may or may not get a tax bill at the door or a letter saying, hey, if you'd like to pick this up at the post office, you need to pay this fee, VAT fee, I guess, value-added tax. And so I would always put it right on the shipping thing, like if you want us to ship, you may have to pay this tax. You may not, maybe you won't. People in Ireland seem to not have to pay it most of the time, but for whatever reason, anytime it goes to the UK proper, it generally gets taxed. So they changed it on January 1st with Brexit. Now they're saying, rather than the customer paying the tax at the time of delivery, what they're saying is that I, as the company, have to collect the tax and register with the UK HMRC.
Yeah.
And I have to register with them, and then collect the tax, and then quarterly pay, somehow send a check. I don't know how I would do it, but apparently I would have to send money to the HMRC quarterly for whatever I've collected, which is good for the consumer because they know what front.
It's all in. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's like how that, from what I'm seeing, it looks like if the value of the package does not, if it's less than 135 pounds or around 150 euros or $175, then I need to collect it. But if it's more than that, apparently I don't need to collect it, and maybe it gets, I guess
Passed
maybe
on
it
to
gets.
us.
Yeah. Have you heard anything from? Because I know that it seems like when I talk to other companies doing what I do, they're not really hearing. Like, I don't know if they're just
Right.
I'm not sure
Basically,
what's happening.
let me fill you in a little bit on the Brexit side of it, because basically what's happening at the moment is obviously we are leaving the European Union, so it really shouldn't be affecting anything coming over from your side of the pond, basically. But it's still an ongoing issue, and it will be for a long time. I couldn't put a time span on it. So I think what the American companies are kind of doing is not looking into it too much until it actually happens, until it's signed, sealed, delivered, everything's finalized, and it's done.
Okay.
Right now, at this point in time, my own personal experience is it all depends on the size of the actual package itself. Because over here in the UK, we don't have like the sort of kind of standard letterboxes that you have out on the front of your drives, where you pull the front down and pop it, whatever's inside it. We have a certain size sort of letterbox, and if it doesn't go through that, then they take it back and we sort of get charged for it. And then of course the price for that then goes up depending on the weight of the actual package itself. So the bigger the parcel, the more weight it has in it. This is what John was saying in that stream. His package wasn't necessarily large, but because it had a little bit of weight to it, because he had a few products in it, it cost a little bit more for him to actually send it over. But saying that, there is obviously, like many things in life, there's loopholes. There's ways around it, and depending on your relationship with your customers, potentially overseas and all the rest of it, you can send it as a gift, which means that we kind of waiver those charges. But obviously, from a business perspective, if I buy something from you, Nate, then when it comes here, then I will typically pay on an average size package about £17 English money, to then pay the duty taxes and have that parcel delivered.
Okay. Yeah, I could see how companies, especially like when I think about different companies, there's like a variety of ranges of what companies mean. Anything from like the beard brand style huge companies, to middle of the road companies like me, and even smaller and larger companies, and the enthusiasts that handwrite the packages and things, and that it would be so easy to do that, handwriting it. But I found that it's just because I print my postal stickers, it just looks so formal from a inspector point of view that I think it would be difficult to get that in as a gift, but it's very tricky.
I think the long and short of it is just basically, as it stands at the moment, there's nothing that you really, really need to do other than sort of find yourself a half decent sort of courier, whatever words you want to use, and then sort of work out your prices with them. As to what you want to do. Now, there's average prices now that that certain carriers charge, and currently, it's around about $20-$25 for an average size package to sort of send out. So, it depends on, where your business stands, how much you think, paying that extra to have that carrier then transport your stuff over there. Are you getting enough sales from overseas to warrant that? Right. So you have to kind of weigh up the pros and the cons of it.
Sure. It's interesting. Actually, I was so fed up with the U.S. Postal Service. When it comes to overseas delivery, I actually switched to DHL, even though it's more expensive. And I actually, for a while, I was setting up where, I would charge $40 for shipping unless they spent over $50. And then I would split the difference with the customer, $20, because it really does literally cost me about $38 to ship something to Europe. Yeah. But the good thing about DHL is that they handhold it all the way from my house. They literally stop by my house, pick it up, and bring it, and it usually gets delivered within 5 business days, which is amazing compared to the U.S. Postal Service. So that's kind of how I was able to at least solve the U.S. Postal Service problem for Europe. But it's just, it's been like a thorn in my side trying to get things to Europe in a reasonable amount of time at a reasonable price.
I think you have to. I think anybody that's of a decent standing, and has a level head will understand that it will take up to about a month or so for a parcel to come. I mean, like I say, running my channel and stuff coming over from overseas, I know it's going to be roughly about 4 weeks-ish before it comes in. So when it comes to me and scheduling my channel and stuff like that, I have to factor those kinds of things in. But if it comes a little bit sooner, then great. If it comes a little bit later, then we sort of push things up and down a little bit and adjust. But, typically you're looking at around about sort of, like I say, 4 weeks before anything actually sort of lands on the doorstep.
Sure. Yeah, and that's what I was pretty much experiencing with the U.S. Postal Service. Although there were some packages that just for whatever reason they just disappeared once they changed from like the last status might be leaving Chicago at like a big mail hub, and then that's all I hear about it. And even the packages that actually do arrive, they don't get. That doesn't get back to the tracking information, so I can never tell not never, but a lot of times I can't tell using U.S. Postal Service if it actually arrived at the person's house or not. So that's why I was like, maybe I'll go with DHL. So,
yeah, that's the thing. I mean, when you're tracking parcels via USPS, honestly, once it leaves the US, that's it. You won't see it again, and then all of a sudden, from this end, I'll get a notification saying it's in the UK, and that's it.
Okay, and then it shows up maybe one day, hopefully.
And basically it just appears where it appears, Nate, as far as I'm concerned. But then yes, I've had stuff come through from the likes of DHL, UPS, FedEx, and their tracking system obviously is a lot more advanced. So, things you can keep an eye on from, sort of port to port to port to port until it actually sort of arrives at your door. So you have a better idea of when these things are going to turn up.
Sure. It's up there, Waltimus Prime. It is.
My regarded brother.
Yes, exactly. What's up there, Joshua Ricks? Well, listen, Neil, I don't mean to keep you up. I know. What time is it over there, actually?
It's currently nearly 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, wow. You are dedicated, sir.
No, the thing is, man, it's like, when it comes to this community and stuff, I do as much as I possibly can, within my limits, to help people out. If anybody wants any information, or anything like that, I'm more than happy to do it. So sort of popping on with you and doing other live stream stuff is, I don't mind it, buddy. Not at all. You can always catch me on IG. So.
Yeah, and I want to get you some Ferocious stuff because I do not believe you have tried Ferocious yet. If I'm thinking
I haven't, Nate. No, I haven't. I do believe actually that me and you have had a conversation, but it was probably quite a while ago. Probably anywhere up to about a year or so ago. I know I have had a conversation with you, and I think you were struggling with shipping at the time, potentially over this way. So we kind of sort of left it to sort of lie. But yeah, I absolutely, yeah, I'd love to try your stuff.
Oops. All right. Well, we will definitely make that happen. I don't know. I might be having some Wi-Fi issues. I hope not. But I will definitely get your address. I'll send you a message, and then I will get you some stuff. Even if nothing else, just to try it, to give me your thoughts. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'd absolutely love to try it. Yeah, I'm more than happy. To do anything and have conversation. And the thing is like I've always said, a good part of this, community is getting to know and understand people like yourself. Good company owners. That we can all get behind and back. Quite honestly, that's the reason why I do what I do, because I want to showcase as many companies as I possibly can. So, it'd be lovely to have you on the channel as well, return the favor for having me on here.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'd love to do that. And I don't really have not told too many people about this, but likely I will be doing this full time after June.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited about that. And I'll have more details about that, but I'm really looking forward to, spilling the beans about what's happening in my life. But yeah, that's going to be something I definitely
look forward to that.
I think is going to happen. Oh, yeah, me too. So you'll see me at like noon, 3, 6, every day during the day, midnight.
It'll be a full-time experience.
Right, you'll be like, oh, not this Nate again. Jeez.
Do you know what though, Nate? I'm cool, watching, particular things, and when you get to know somebody and understand them, normally it's behind the scenes. It's not like we are now live on a screen. Once I get to sort of understand and know somebody, and we kind of work each other's personalities out, I think that's where we start to sort of bond, sort of form some kind of relationship. And I have that with numerous companies.
Sure.
And I'm always looking to expand my circle of friends, basically. So, yeah, welcome aboard.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Good to be here, man.
You're in for a wild ride.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, the way I've always treated Ferocious is when I first started, I never said, this is going to be full time. This is going to be full time. I always ran it as if it was a part-time job, so I would never be disappointed, especially getting started, because you never know what's going to happen when you take a chance and do something completely different and out of your realm. And so since 2017 up until now, even though we have been growing, I still treat it up here like it's a part-time gig. I mean, full-time hours sometimes, but I just psych myself into, if it, like I've got a lot more confidence now than I did when I first started, but I still think of it as, okay, this is just a part-time thing, just in case things don't work out. But I want to steer it into the direction where it will be full-time, but I'll still probably mentally try to set small goals rather than try to set a huge goal. That way, in case I don't hit this, it won't wait me out, like, mentally. I'll be like, okay, good, I met this goal and I met this one. And just that's how I'm pretty much treating it, because I got to keep my sanity,
I think that's the thing. Yeah, you've got to do things. You've got to, the biggest thing you can do is set yourself a goal. But potentially, depending on what you have going on around you, maybe take baby steps towards that goal and try and achieve as much as you possibly can. In whatever period of time or whatever time frame kind of suits you as an individual. But from what I see around the community, your name, your company, I don't hear anything negative. Everything is positive that sort of spins out the Ferocious family, basically. So, it'd be very, very interesting to see how you move forward. And that's, again, another thing that I enjoy most about this is watching how people progress and how they sort of handle themselves in the process.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree with you that it's amazing to watch. I like also to watch other companies and watch their growth, because even though we're competitors, we're also, in a lot of times, we're friends with each other, or virtual friends, and we support each other, and we bounce ideas off each other, because it's just, it's the right thing to do, in my opinion. It's like, I'm not saying give everyone's trade secrets away, but if somebody has a question about, hey, how do you manage to ship all your products without breaking any bottles, or how do you manage to, I don't know, target so many people? How come your codes work, but mine seem to not cause a big stir? Things like that,
I think it all just, like I say, it all just comes down to the individual, and then it works into the products and how good the products are themselves as well. So, if you're out and around the community and basically you're on, I don't know, every live stream, you're making your own sort of waves as well in the process, but you're also creating, very unique sort of one-off profiles, and they're good quality as well, then the word spreads, really, really quickly. There's various companies out there right now that are absolutely flying simply because their products are good and they've thought outside the box, and they're doing things a little bit differently to some of the other companies out there. Unfortunately, when it comes to the UK, we don't have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Admirals, I suppose, people that really push boundaries, and really try to do things differently, and they play it a bit too safe for my liking. when you've got a wide sort of breadth of ingredients and scents and everything that you can use, at your fingertips, but you're just sort of using the jojobas, sweet almonds, all of those kinds of, I'm not taking anything away from those particular carriers, but try and think a little bit broader, try and think a little bit wider.
Sure. No, you're absolutely right. And even for scent profiles, I mean, I know a lot of times, and even I thought about it initially, saying, "Oh, maybe I'll just do conservative scents for the typical sandalwood, vanilla, maybe a bay rum, things that you see other people selling, and think, well, maybe that's what I'll just stick to." But then it's just way too much fun to do things with raspberry and oud and butterscotch and all sorts of things that you might not otherwise think is a worthwhile investment in purchasing these fragrances. But it's just really fun, and it comes out really unique and different. So I know there's definitely a lot of creativity involved.
Yeah, God, yeah, absolutely. Like I say, you just don't know what you're going to come up with. You could mix a load of stuff together and come up with like a urinal cake, basically, where it just smells god awful. But then you could mix a couple of things together, and all of a sudden you've got this one wholly unique scent that nobody else has got. It was a conversation that I had with, I forget who it was now, but it was about the carbonation you get in a scent. How do you do that? And it's just, his answer quite literally was, it just happened. I put some stuff together and it just kind of worked, basically. There's no actual way of getting that feeling in it. It just happened. So
yeah. Yeah, I know, and that's a good point, because sometimes you just stumble upon scents by accident. Maybe you think you put something in the bottle, and come to find out you put something else in accidentally. You picked up the wrong dropper, and the next thing you know, you're like, hey, wow, this smells really good. And you wouldn't have even thought about it. And then with Ferocious, we have what we call Collaboration Corner, which we do that on Tuesdays, the first Tuesday of every month at the moment. But I want to get back to doing that weekly, where people will throw out ideas, and then I'll pick two of them, and I'll make them, and I'll rate them like A, B, C, D, or F. And if they're A's or B's, I'll put them up on the website for people to purchase. And of course, I'll send them for free the scent they came up with. But I love the fact that people give me scents to try to create, and it just keeps me on my toes. And
yeah, absolutely. And the thing is there's so many, like I say, there's so many different ones out there. But everybody has their preference, and they have their favorites. And I think doing something like what you're doing there, Nate, basically you're giving someone a customization, of a scent, because you can't please everybody all of the time. You could put out a wide range of like 100 different scents on your website, and there'll always be someone that'll be like, yeah, but what about this particular one? You haven't got that one.
What about me?
Yeah, you can't. You can't please everybody. You just can't. So if you have a unique way of actually getting those out there, then fantastic, and that's all the power in the world to you for doing something like that.
Yeah, it's just really fun, and it kind of keeps the the things that I make day to day. I can do that, but it just adds some really spontaneity into it, and it just makes it fun. Yeah. So let's see.
I think that's the main thing, isn't it? As long as you continue to keep having fun with it, that's the biggest thing. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing in life. If you enjoy it and you have fun doing it, then that's what you need to stick to.
Yeah, you're right. I just regret it took so long to find something I really enjoy doing, because I'll be 50 in June.
I'm not far behind you, buddy.
So E-Rock asked if I had bought mahogany yet. Not yet, but that is on my list. That is, I've got an order that I'm going to be doing this next week, and mahogany is on that list of things to get. So definitely.
Keep an eye out for that one, Mr.
Yes,
E-Rock.
Absolutely. Thanks, Logan. Logan says Nate's a master at creating scents, especially in the customs collaboration corner scent he has to make. Yeah, it's just Logan. Thank you, man. It's just really fun, and I just I love it. So keep doing it.
Exciting. Yeah, it'd be exciting. As a content creator and running my own channel, it's always fun to smell what other people have created, and some of them you do think, oh, that's a bit off the mark, you know what I mean? But then you do pick up ones, majority of the time, to be fair, ones that do get sent through, because people get to sort of know you and they understand you, and then all of a sudden this bottle pops up and you're like, oh wow.
Yeah.
That could be the next best thing, kind of, but
Yeah. No, you're right. It's
yeah, they just go up. They go up in levels. They do definitely go up in levels. You start at the sort of orange and cedar woods, and now all of a sudden we're like, into fizzy pops, and on the live stream I've just been on. It's like clove. I'm not a fan of clove, but the way that this particular one has been blended, and what it's been blended with, just works. They work. So you have to not be so narrow-minded when it comes to these things. Pick it for what you might think it might work out to be like, as a complete scent, not just as one individual.
Yes, I may have to. Since you're not so much a fan of clove, I might send you one with clove anyway. Just called Fetish, which contains it's a cedar leather, Texas cedarwood for a little bit of a smoky scent, clove, and fireplace embers. And, might be something you might like. So.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that. I'll happily try it. The thing is like my scope has gotten broader and broader, whereas I would typically stick to citrusy, sweet kind of scents. As time goes on, I'm starting to look at different things and, try different things as well. And yeah, so my range is expanding all the time. So I'd absolutely love to try that. Yeah, I'm sure it would work.
Awesome. Well, good deal. Well, you're welcome to stay as long as you want, Neil. I know you. I know it's late, but I do really appreciate your coming on here.
No worries at all.
So
no worries at all. I mean, like I say, we'll definitely be talking at some point, and I'd love to return the favour. I'd love to have you back on my channel at some point as well, Nate. So I appreciate you for inviting us, buddy. I hope I've answered all your questions. If you have any more, feel free to message, bud.
No, absolutely, Neil. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I definitely want to be on your show too at some point soon, because I think it would be fun to get to know you more.
Thank you very much, buddy. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Neil. Have a good evening or morning. Have a good morning. Go have some breakfast.
Yes, I will do. I'm just literally sucking down a quick beer before I go to bed.
Beer and Cheerios.
There you go.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Well, that was really nice of Neil to jump in here. I did have some questions about Brexit, and that is just really cool that he was able to get on here at 2:30 in the morning over there. So, sweet. So let me see. Nate, you would make my son so happy if you could make blackberry tobacco beard wash and conditioner. He only wants that scent. Well, lucky for you and your son, that would work. That I know, like there's certain scents that I know would not work well in a beard wash. Not because it wouldn't smell good, but because you'd have to use so many drops to make it smell good that it would be like, it would deplete most of this fragrance oil that I have. But that blackberry tobacco, I can do that. So what you could do is order a naked beard wash and conditioner, and just let me know that you've done that and you want me to make that a blackberry tobacco, and I can definitely do that for sure. So, and your son will be happy. World goes round and round and everything's good. So perfect. Logan says he loves the blackberry tobacco. Yeah, that is a nice scent. It really is. Rudy, so what's going on, Rudy? I'm so glad you're able to join us tonight. I keep feeling like I'm staring at the screen instead of like the camera. So sorry about that. I know it's always good to stare at the camera to talk to you because it makes eye contact. But sorry, the screen is like just slightly behind that, so or underneath it. Cedarwood and clove. Yeah, it's Texas cedarwood, so it is smoky, a little bit smoky, and the fireplace embers really is what kind of warms it up. That's a really good one. So, all right, E-Rock says he can do that. Thank you. You're awesome, brother. Hey, man, you're awesome for ordering and asking me the question. So thank you, sir. Oh, before I forget, you guys probably may have seen this, but I do have a really, really, really good code going on at the moment. But for some reason, only 2 people have taken advantage of it. It's buy 3, get 2 free. Code B3G2, and that's on oils, balms, and butters, including the collaboration corner scents. I believe I included those in there as well. So it's code B3G2, which stands for buy 3, get 2 free at ferociousbeard.com on all our oils, balms, and butters. Now, if for some reason you find out that the code isn't working for the collaboration corner scents, let me know, because during my testing, I think I was able to get it to work, but it's always good to, have that feedback, you guys. And what I can do is, if you do buy something and the code didn't work, I'll always refund you the difference. Or just let me know and I'll troubleshoot it, and then you can order it. So, but use that code, definitely, B3G2. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep that up for, but I want to keep it up for a little while because I want to try to get some more people interested in trying some new scents that maybe they haven't tried yet. So that's, I think, a really pretty worthwhile code to put in your back pocket there. Couple of things I also want to mention. Let me see. I wanted to say thank you to the Disney Bearded for a really great unboxing of some products that he received, including a scent that I used to have called Lone Wolf. And I will be bringing back Lone Wolf in the near future. And it is basically like a spicy barbershop cologne style scent. So, like, if you've smelled my barbershop scent, it's a little bit like that, but it's much more on the spicy scent. And by that I mean like cologne spicy scent. And I will be letting you guys know when I, release that, but or re-release it, I should say. Got really good, feedback from when I had them, when I used to have 60 different scents, but it wasn't one of the top 12 or 14 scents I had. So at the time I made the decision to only have 12 or 14 scents, I kind of put that one on the back burner. And but every now and then you put something away that really is a good scent. It's just not enough people have tried it to make it onto the top 10 or 12. So that's the deal with that one. So I'll be bringing back Lone Wolf shortly, like in the next probably month or month and a half. But I'll let you guys know. Let's see. E-Rock says, does it include wash and conditioner, or just in the oils, balms, and butters is what that B3G2 code is for oils, balms, and butters, but not the wash and conditioner. But it's a good question though. But yeah, I just. The reason is because for me as a maker, the oils, the balms, the butters, I'm making those daily as people order them. With the wash and the conditioner, not so many people actually order them. Let's see. Ooh, we just got something here. Smelly Turtles doing some brotherly love here, so let's see. See if this comes in. Check here. So, thank you very much, Ray. So we have a purchase from Smelly Turtle here, and he has purchased a $25 gift card. Thank you so much. That's really thoughtful of you, and really, thank you. And we're going to give that away. So let's do a bonus giveaway thanks to Ray. All right, so let's get some... How many people we got going on? We got 10 people in here, all 10 on YouTube. So we're going to have a giveaway for this $25 gift card. So let's see. Let me get this queued up here. share Chrome. All right, and so since we have 11 people, let's do 1 through 5. 1 through 5. So when you see the word go, I want you to, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 5, and then the first person to feed into StreamYard here with that number will be the winner of a $25 gift card. So here we go, guys. Get ready. Get set. And go. All right. So looks like Redneck Viking is here. Steve, thank you so much for jumping in on here. We are so sorry about the loss of your father. We played taps earlier today in his memory, just around 10 past 8 or so my time. We played taps for him, and we really, are so sorry to hear about his passing, Steve. And your thoughts, our thoughts and prayers are with you. All right, let's see here. I'm going to put this up. All right, everybody stop. And let's see. We're going to pick a number together, and we're going to see who won a $25 gift card. So here we go. Well, first let me put the word stop. Okay, here we go. Number 4. Number 4 is the winner of a $25 gift card, thanks to Ray. And it looks like Bald and Beardiful is the winner. So congratulations, you are the winner of a $25 gift card. Let me just write that down here. Bald and Beardiful. $25 thanks to Smelly Turtle. And Ray, seriously, thank you, man. Didn't have to do that, and I really appreciate you for it. So thank you, sir. And thanks to everybody else for participating on this particular giveaway. Let's see, Justin Hip. What's going on, Justin? Thanks for jumping in on here, man. Good to see you, brother. Where are you from, Justin? Have I seen you here before? I'm not sure that I have. Maybe I have. I don't think so, though, but... who else is here? Buffalo Todd says your wash and conditioner are amazing. Thank you. Really appreciate that, man. And, I'm definitely moving very slow. I don't know how I'm doing on this thing here. Let me close some of these windows. Let's stop sharing. Maybe that'll help. And, yeah, Redneck Viking, yes. I saw that video clip and I was like, this fits perfectly. It was a U.S. Air Force bugler, and it was just a really great video. And I thought this would be a really great way to honor him. So we're honored to have done that for him. Chattanooga, Tennessee. Well, all right. I'll tell you what, I drive through Tennessee sometimes on the way up to New England, and it's just such a beautiful state. I really love driving through that state. It's just so peaceful, usually, like where we drive through at least. So, Joshua says, you hate being prioritized. I know, it's like this is the only area where we don't like being prioritized. Like, meanwhile, like normally you'd be like, oh, we're going to give you priority. Oh, great, love it. But when it comes to StreamYard and you trying to win a prize, I totally get it. I also wanted to do a shout out to Dagan over at BGG Beard Reviews for reviewing Smooth Country, which was one of his collaboration corner scents. That was cedar leather, oud, amber, and vanilla. And As I recall, I rated that one a B, but he got that scent and he gave me a really positive review on the scent. And I don't know if you got a chance to watch the review, but I just like watching his reviews. They're really, really good reviews. And he, he takes his time to make a really good review of a product. And I really do appreciate that. So thank you very much there, Dagan. So what do you guys all got going on for this weekend? We are actually, my family and I, we're going to take a ride to Arlington because my oldest daughter has been interested in for some time now in some sort of reptile, and we've decided together on her getting a frog. She wanted a snake, she wanted a tarantula, she wanted, I don't know, a whole bunch of other things, and so we were like, no, frog, maybe. And so she's decided on a frog. So they've got a reptile show going on tomorrow in Arlington. I think in Sunday too, but for sure tomorrow. So we're going to take a drive to Arlington, over near where the Cowboys play, over near where the Rangers play. There's another stadium, lesser known, that they're going to have this event in. So we're going to go there tomorrow. So let's see. Oh, Iraq's working tomorrow and probably Sunday. Okay. Well, what kind of work do you do? I don't recall what kind of work you do. Brian says he's painting the house. Okay. That's always fun. I actually might paint the interior of this house after June because I'll have some time on my hands. And I don't like painting that much, but I guess if there's no pressure and I'm just doing it, taking my time, I think it'll be fine. Joshua says, Rudy says, my wife would be jealous. She loves reptiles. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll try to take some pictures when I'm there, and maybe I'll post some to Instagram. And Joshua says, frogs' legs are tasty. Yes. Oh, man. I've never actually had frog legs, but I think you're right. I think they might be. Don't they taste like chicken? Let's see. Your Buffalo Todd says, my dad and I got tickets to see our band Brothers Osborne today for August. I've been long wanting to take my dad to an actual concert. Oh, that's awesome. You'll be able to get out there and see a concert, live music. Very nice. I do miss doing that too. I miss seeing, live music. But I'll be getting out there more and more. Now that I have the second COVID shot, Barb has the second COVID shot. Of course, the kids don't yet because they're not eligible yet. But I'm ready to get out and exploring, meeting people again, doing stuff. Rudy says, "Come by Panteros Farmers Market around 6. You'll be there." Rudy, I might take you up on your offer, man. I remember going out there with my daughter. 4 to 6 months ago to see you, and it was a blast. So yeah, I might just get out there, Rudy, around 6. What time is that event? Is it 6? Is it like an evening event, 6 to 10 or something, or is that like when does it run till? Josh says everything tastes like chicken, Nate. Yeah, you're right about that. You remodel houses tomorrow and Sunday or side work. You're paying your debt off to buy a house. Yeah, I don't want to buy a house with debt. Oh, wow. That is so cool, man. So, I'm telling you what, man, the house prices, I don't know about your neck of the woods, but they've gone up at least 20% here in the DFW area in the past year. But yeah, there was a time when we actually paid our house off, but then we got a home equity line of credit to do some work and got back into a little bit of debt. But we don't have credit card debts, and we don't have... I do have a car bill on the Ferocious Beast, but I got a really good deal on it, so it's not that much. But credit cards, we don't have debt in that way. It took us a while to pay them off, but we did. All right, Rudy says Sundays, or 6 to 9. What did I say Sunday? Saturday, 6 to 9 p.m. Pantego. Yeah, Rudy, I might just do that. I don't really have anything else on the agenda for tomorrow evening, so that sounds like a good time, man. Let's see, how about iguana legs? Does it taste like frog legs? Yeah, maybe they do. Big frog legs. Todd gets his second shot Sunday afternoon. Awesome. You doing Moderna or Pfizer? I got the Moderna, and that day it was fine, and then by the next day I was really, really tired, and I had a mild fever and body ache. But then by the day after that, I pretty much was starting to get over it. So I want to see if I missed any comments here. Oh, Mike says he's shopping for a new barbecue grill and smoker. Mike, let me ask you a question. I know that Weber grills are more expensive to purchase, but if you can figure out and grab a Weber grill, even if it's a small one, I bet you it will last a lot longer than the ones you get that are less expensive. I used to go every 2 years and buy a new grill because it would just get so hot that the pieces that held the grill on eventually just started breaking apart and not melting, but just, just breaking apart. And then one day, like, I don't know, 7-8 years ago, I saw this Weber grill, and it was like this copper colored grill, and it looked really nice. And I said, and it was $6.99, I think, or $5.99, $6.99. But I was like, I'm sick and tired of going out and spending $200, $250 every 2 years on grills. Everything I've read about Weber's, they're supposed to last forever as long as you take care of it. And the cool thing about it is, like, it opens up and it comes apart very easily. So if you need to clean it, the pieces that you want to clean are very, very accessible. And it's been the greatest investment from a grill point of view ever. So just take a look at that and just think about it, because you will probably never have to go out and buy a new grill again, because that thing's lasted now for years and we take care of it pretty well. But I mean, it's been a really good investment. Rudy says, you got the Moderna. The second shot kicked your ass. You had chills, 101, a headache, good times. Yeah, my fever didn't get up that high, but it was like 99.2 or something, so it wasn't super high. But man, I had body aches though, and didn't have a headache, but the body aches and just wiped me out. Super tired. Get a char griller. It's cheap and good quality. See, I had a char griller once, but I don't know if it could have been, maybe I didn't maintain it as well as I should have, but like literally the inside pieces started like burning away eventually over the course of a year and a half or so. The grease would fall down on there, and it would just like you'd start seeing not like rust spots, but just like holes in the grill. And I was afraid it was going to fall into fall down to where the propane tank sat. But yeah, because I do remember that char griller, because I remember the flame icon. So yeah, no debt is well deserved. Absolutely. The more you can do to get out of debt, the better. Because I tell you what, guys, everybody wants to spend your money. Everybody. And if you can, you pay a bill off, take that money if you can, and then apply it to another bill and get that one billed. Kind of, like the snowball effect, as Dave Ramsey would say. And it's great. So Mr. Michael Zarati is in the house. What's going on, brother? Happy to be here. Eating Whataburger now, so can't text yet. Well, good, man. So I'm thinking you may be in Texas right now. Since you're eating Whataburger, that's cool, man. They've got some pretty cool things on the menu. But they didn't have mushrooms, and I like mushrooms on my burger. But they've got a lot of other good things over there at Whataburger. Let's see here. Let's see if I missed any more comments here. Oh, there's plenty back home in Puerto Rico. They're trying to get rid of getting overrun. Joshua says the Ferocious Beast is a well-deserved debt, I think. So it is. It's a 2016 model, and yeah, it was like, when I bought that thing, which I bought last year, it was literally like almost $10,000 less than any other 2016 Tahoe that I saw. And I get it, it's an LS, so it's the base model. But the previous owner put leather seats in it. He put heated seating element in it, and it's been a great investment. It's so easy to drive. I know it's a little bigger than, well, I used to have an Odyssey, and it is actually a little bit taller and bigger than the Odyssey, but so I like bigger vehicles. But it's like the perfect size for me, I think. I think a Suburban might be a little bit of overkill, but yeah, it's just been a really good ride. It's not as smooth riding as the Odyssey was, that's for sure, because it's built on a truck base. But once you get, it's still fun though. It's a really fun vehicle to drive. Let's see. Oh yeah, so you use spray oil to help prevent that. See, that's something, Rudy, I didn't do, and I didn't take care of my grill the way I should have. So I'm sure I didn't. I'm sure if you take care of it the way you do, it would last a lot longer. But I guess I'm treating the Weber the same way I've treated that, except for I try to cover it if I can to remember. And I, every 2 months or so, I'll clean it out inside. But yeah, I just find it's easier to keep clean. Logan says, I try to have as little bills as possible. All three of your vehicles are paid off. Awesome. And you just paid off your house. Woo! That is so cool. That is really good, man. San Antonio, since 1 week ago, Whataburger has mushrooms. You know what? You're right. They do have it for the Swiss mushroom burger. But when I went, they didn't have the Swiss mushroom burger at the time, and so they didn't have mushrooms. But maybe they will. Maybe they can make like mushrooms on, say, cheddar cheese or something. Joshua Ricks says, Jesus Christ, Rev, your son is turning 25 years old as mud. Right? I know, gosh, I keep saying I'll be 50 in June. Doesn't feel like it. Blessings to everyone storming here. Satellite internet can go through raindrops. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thank you so much, Nick, for jumping in on here, man. Hope you have a great weekend, too. I'm glad you're here. And Mike's kids are 23, 18, 15, and 9, and you're old. But got carded for beer at lunch yesterday? Are you serious? That's so cool, man. That's cool. 43, that ain't that old, brother. You're right. Joshua says, no disrespect, bro. All my love here. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, it is past 9 o'clock, so why don't we do a giveaway? Because it's been over an hour since we did our own regular giveaway. So here we go. All right, we have got 12 people here, and I think we'll set this up 1 through 6. That's usually good. Here we go. Share audio. So we're going to pick 1 through 6 now. So here's the rules, just like always. Don't start typing any numbers to see the word go. But we will go ahead and do that right after you see the word go. Type one number, please, between 1 and 6. Here we go. Get ready. Get set. And go. Oh, Nick's got to go. Constantly buffering. All right. Thank you so much, Nick, for jumping in on here, man. Really appreciate you stopping in. Rudy says he'll be 46. Oh, you're just a pup, Rudy. No, you're not too far behind me, man. But I don't feel almost 50 sometimes. Sometimes I do, but very rarely do I feel that old. Or maybe this is how it's supposed to feel. I don't know at 50. And Amrit's here too. What's going on, man? Thank you for jumping in. Hope you're doing well, brother. All right, let's get to business and see who's gonna win. Get some water. All right, everybody stop. And let's see who won this $25 gift card to Ferocious. All right. We're getting ready to spin now. Remember, that was 1 through 6, so the first person to feed in will win. Well, that's going on and on. Number 6. Number 6. Well, and it looks like the first person to pick number 6 is Amrit. Congratulations. You are the winner of a $25 gift card. All right. So thank you guys for participating in that giveaway. We'll probably have a couple more before the night is through. We'll just have to see how it goes. And Amrit, you think you went before go? Well, I really can't watch the replay, so here's what I'll do. I will watch the replay after this, and if it is true that you went a little ahead, then I will give it to Michael Zarate, since he was the number 2 person to pick number 6. So we shall see. So either way, I'll let you know, Amrit, after the review, if you won or not. But I can't really check the review till after the broadcast. But that's when I'll send these out. So either way, I appreciate you being honest about that, and we will see what happens. Let's see here. Amrit asked, has anyone ever not had Ferocious? Has anyone here not had Ferocious? Buffalo Todd says, thanks for being here Friday nights. My boys are always with their mom on Fridays. This show keeps me from missing them. Well, you're welcome, Todd. I love, as you guys know, I love coming out, to do this show on Fridays. I also, obviously, I love Collaboration Corner, but, this show is just kind of a nice chance to hang out with you guys, and really appreciate you guys stopping by and being with me. So Amrit says, give it to him. Let's see. Josh, of course, says, Josh thinks Rick should get it. Brother, is integrity outstanding, Amrit? Oh, nice. And Mike says, Amrit, you were after brother. Some honesty. I think you definitely after. Go, though. Rick is a fine feller. Man, that's really cool, you guys. Here's another thing I was thinking about doing once I have some more time on my hands in the future. Is what I want to do is I want to have a broadcast to meet and introduce not only myself but other people to small businesses, whether it's here in Texas or Ohio, Connecticut, wherever, anywhere in the U.S. that's a small business, and they want to have a little exposure and also really kind of tell people about what they do, talk about business, talk about not just boring business talk, but in some ways I want to talk about how are companies marketing, how are they, when did they start, how did they get involved in what they do, that kind of thing. I can't tell if I'm breaking up or not. I see on my computer I may, but it's hard to tell. I know my Barb and the kids have been talking all week about having some issues with Wi-Fi, but I have not had issues, so maybe it's finally my turn. Do I look like I'm breaking up periodically, or does it look like it's running fine? Probably have a couple of too many windows open, but I just have the StreamYard and the wheel picker. Let's see, a message here just came in, so let's take a look. Oh, okay. I have the code for that gift card, Ray. So that's the one that's going to Bald and Beautiful. Yeah, that'll work. Thank you very much. I'll pass that on to him. Either that, or I'll just create one for him, and then I'll just delete yours. That'll work too, but we'll figure it out. Thank you. So, okay, not breaking up, Big Man Bearded. What's up, brother? Not breaking up on your end. Okay, good. It might be just for whatever. It's like what I'm seeing is I'm talking, and then I'll freeze on my screen, and then it'll be like beep, 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 like stuttering back to catch up to the present time. And so as long as you guys are seeing me and hearing me well, that's really all I care about. So great. Mike says, that's a wonderful idea. Would love to watch and interact with that. Not breaking up to you at all. Oh, but yeah, so I just think it would be kind of cool to kind of branch out and, talk to small businesses, because we can share ideas too about like marketing points of view. Like I'd be happy to talk to people about like what I do, how I run my business. And I think there's a lot of knowledge that I can share and then also learn from other companies too. So that's what I'm really trying to do. So that'll be outside of the Friday show and outside of the collaboration corner. It'll be something, totally different. And I don't even know if it'll be an evening show or maybe during the day. I don't know yet. But it's just something I've been thinking about. And I think it would be kind of useful for a lot of reasons. So look for that to happen sometime maybe around July timeframe. So I know it's a little early, but that's what I'm kind of thinking about doing. Amrit says, I love the fetish name. It just fits your scent palette the right way. 607 in Havana is great as well. Man, I'm so glad you like that fetish, brother. It's such a unique scent, and it's really hard to describe. How would you describe that? Oh, all right. Way past your bedtime, E-Rock. Go to work tomorrow. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for coming out, brother. And we will see you hopefully next week. Have a great weekend. It's probably the Texas storm. Yeah, it could be, but like for some reason, even my TV downstairs, I have a Samsung TV, which is like, one of those smart TVs, and here's the stupid thing about it. When you first turn the TV on, Samsung now has like their own kind of like these channels, they're free channels that Samsung puts onto your TV. And they work fine. You can watch something. But as soon as you flip over to Netflix or Amazon Prime, or even now we found something called Pluto. Have you guys seen Pluto yet? It's free. They've got like tons of TV shows, like old shows like Three's Company and stuff like that. I love Three's Company back in the day. So, it's what happens is when you flip to like those channels, it says your TV's missing the internet connection. And I'm like, well, if that's the case, how are you able to show me the channels, the TV shows? It's just really weird. Like the TV almost looks at Netflix and anything outside of its own channels as, and I don't think it really is losing internet connection. I think it's just that it thinks it's losing internet connection. What's this? Vado says, shelter in, chill W dog, chill W cat. Vizio does too, Nate. Okay. It's, Vizio, I think we had a Vizio TV one time. I want to say that's the one. Isn't that the one that's literally has the remote with a Netflix that's literally built in like a primary function of the Vizio TV, if I remember? Mike says, Michael Zarati says, I've been sitting out on fetish for way too long. I have Savage, but I know you will like fetish more. Get it. It is so good, Michael. It really is, in my opinion. And just quite a few people's. I think you'll like it. I really do. And don't forget, look at that code down there. Buy 3, get 2 free with code B3G2. Let's see. The Savage is 2 tobacco. Yeah, cedar leather, cherry tobacco. Savage. Let's see. You like it but don't love it. You were surprised. I get that. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not... I've noticed there's several different types of cherry tobacco fragrance oils too. So some smell different than others. So it's someone who ordered that for them. They were like, hey, this is like an aphrodisiac, and then others, for whatever reason, it's just not their cup of tea, and that's totally fine. But let's see, is Pluto an app? Yes, it is. You can download it, I think. Well, it is an app on the TV, but I think it's also an app on the phone. If you search for Pluto TV, and it's free, and they've got like hundreds and hundreds of television shows. They've got movies. They have movies and TV shows even on demand for free. So I really think it's a good, it's good. Now, it does glitch every now and then, but you kind of, sometimes you get what you pay for. But for the most part, it's a decent app. And like they have a whole bunch of the old James Bond movies, like from the original James Bond movies. They've got some more modern movies too, but I mean, it's free, so why not check it out? And I don't even think you need to like have an account. If I'm mistaken, I don't think you even need to sign up for anything. I think you just can download it and start watching, I believe. But it's free though. Envato says you're not a fan of cherry tobacco either. Yeah, so if you guys aren't a fan of cherry tobacco, definitely I would say get the fetish instead of that. Yeah, let's see. My fruit scents stay true to the actual name. That is true, and the reason really, it's not like I started out saying one of my goals is to make sure we stay authentically true to scents that, like fruits, but at the same time, even though I didn't verbally say that to myself, or I may have been subconsciously thinking that, because I'm kind of a purist when it comes to, if you tell me it's peach, it better smell like peach. It better not be like peach candy. Unless you say it's peach candy, then I'll be like, oh, cool, this is exactly what I was expecting. If same thing with blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, lemon. Here's the thing. So one of the companies I get my fragrance oils from, I restocked on some lemon scents and came in the exact same bottle as the original lemon scent I had, which the original lemon scent smelled exactly like a lemon. Like when you opened it up, it smelled like a fresh squeezed lemon. So I ordered 3 more bottles of them, and I got them, and I opened it up. I'm like, oh, cool, because I like to smell test everything I get, when they show up. And when I got it, I was like, this doesn't smell like the original. I had the original bottle, and I smelled the new one, and it smelled like lemon candy almost, even though it was the exact same bottle. So first time I've ever returned fragrance oils, and I don't care that they're open. I smelled all 3 bottles. I'm like, nope, this is going back. Nope, this is going back. Nope, this is going back. And I am a purist when it comes to scents. Like if it doesn't smell the way I want it to smell, then I can't use it for what the intended purpose is. So Michael says, my ferocious beard wash is straight up cherry tobacco, and you really love the scent then. Was just thinking Savage would have been more cologne-like. So that is the same cherry tobacco that I use in the Savage, but I also add the cedar leather, and that changes the dynamic of it. You know what I mean? It definitely changes the dynamic of it a little bit. All right, let me see. So Amr asks a great question. He says, I smiled when you first smelled the fetish. You were like, what is this? By the way, you got pipe smoke in there? No, you know what the smoke smell is actually, it is Texas cedar wood. So I use 4 ingredients in there. I use Texas cedar wood. I use clove. I use fireplace embers. And I use, cedar leather, Texas cedar wood, clove, and fireplace embers. Those are the 4 things that are in there. So what happens is when you use the fireplace embers, that's what's causing that nice warm smell, which kind of mixes with the smoke, and it just really is good. Amr can't find his fetish bottle. Ooh, man, I hope you can find it. It's in the bedroom? Where is it? Go get it. Fetish is addictive. Man, it is. I really think it's such a different scent, and I really tried, like, that was, I keep mentioning, like, that was my first artistic scent. Like, really, I want to try to do what I envision in my head doing, with only memories as my reference guide. And I hope you find it. Vado. Nate says, how are the collab corners coming along? They're coming along well. I don't want to give away any secrets on tonight's show, but they're coming along well. You shall find out for sure on the first Tuesday of the month, which in this case will be Tuesday the 4th. Tuesday the 4th of May. So just the day before Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Mike says, Amrit, it's behind the bed next to the warm black leather and the red gag ball. That's where you left your fetish. Maybe. We may never know. I think the clove makes it a little spicy. Yeah, no, for sure it does. And the reason I put clove in there was because back in the, late 90s, mid 90s to late 90s, when I would go, clubbing, clove cigarettes were all the rage. A lot of people were smoking those clove cigarettes, and I kind of like the smell of those, and that was a big part of why I added it to fetish. So, yeah, exactly. Yep. So Amrit, was it there? Was it behind the bed? Just checking. Oh, so I put a quick ad out on Facebook earlier this week. Just not that I do a lot of advertising, but I do, might do like $5 or $10 a day for a week or something, just to see how it goes. And I got 9 purchases as a result of that ad. And then I also got a comment where somebody said, "Go away, I'm using another brand." And I just kind of thought it was funny. It was just like, no, I'm not going away, sorry. I mean, you can always skip over, but I'm not going away. Oh, Backwood Chew. Is it Backwood Chew that I couldn't get enough of? Yeah, that Backwood Chew is just simply cherry tobacco and oud. And it was, that's just such a great, for such a simple scent, technically, it just smells really powerful. And I just really like it. Vano says, check in your beard. Sometimes they get lost in there as well. Let me see. Fetish probably smells like Ron Jeremy's room in his prime after having an outing with like 7 gals. Maybe. I don't know, but it smells delicious to me. Rave. Oh, you know what, Rudy? I went to one rave one time when I was in the Air Force. And now, I don't know if they still do them the same way, if they even have raves anymore. Maybe they do. But the rave that I went to was in Boulder, Colorado. And I was in, I was in Wyoming at F.E. Warren Air Force Base. And, the thing about raves, at least back then, and nobody had cell phones. So, like, you got this pamphlet, like just a leaflet, basically. Somebody would put out there, like, oh, there's going to be a rave at such and such a time. But nobody tell you where. You have to call a phone number. Like, there was really the number you'd call, and it would tell you, like, a recording of, sorry, it's too early to tell you where the rave is. You have to call back, like, I don't know, like 6 hours before it starts. And so you call this number 6 hours before the rave starts, and they will tell you where it is. And the rave I went to was in Boulder, Colorado. So it was in the middle of, like, the woods. There were canyons. But these guys went all out. I mean, they had this huge stereo system. Like, I'm talking like huge, like a concert with, like, on mounts. and they had lasers bouncing off the canyons, and like it started at like, I think it started probably around midnight, and it went on till at least daybreak, I think to 6 or 7 in the morning. And the thing is, like, you're drinking, you're dancing, and everybody's looking good in the middle of the night. It's dark. But then that sun comes up, and you're like, whoa, who are you? I mean, maybe I look just as bad, but we all were like, whoa, But they were fun. I had a good time at the one and only rave I went to. And I don't even know if they still do them like that anymore, but they were fun. Oh, Amrit found it. There we go. Was it where we thought it was? So now open that bottle and give me your impressions. Like, what do you think of when you smell it? Let me check something here. Okay. And anything that came in for orders over the last 2 days, I plan to make these on Sunday and get them out for Monday afternoon. I used to go to the post office I used to go to the post office Sunday night sometimes, but I've learned my lesson. Usually by the time I get to the post office, like Sunday night around like 11 o'clock at night, 10:30, 11 at night, the box is full. So what I usually do is I will bring those to the post office Monday, right around my lunchtime. And then I have a feeling, even though the drop-off time is 6 o'clock is the latest, I think they ship those out a little early. So I definitely, try to get them out Monday afternoon. That way they get out in the mail. So, Rudy, you DJ a few raves. Oh, that's cool, man. And I don't know if I forgot that you were a DJ or not, but that's really cool. That just seems like a fun thing to do, and it probably pairs well with your business, because there's so many people there that you can pass your card on to and talk about. Oh, let's see. I think of my grandfather's car. The interior was leather, and he was a smoker. I also think of a warm, breezy, sunny day in the back of his car going to school. He passed away last year. Good memory. Oh, Amrit, I'm sorry he passed away, man. But that's really nice that it gives you that memory of him. I remember, people used to smoke so much more in their cars back then. And, of course we were younger, and I remember going to my friend's house, and his mom used to smoke in the car, and I think even my mom may have for a while. Of course, she doesn't smoke anymore, which is good. But yeah, it was just so. I remember one time just thinking of that, someone from our church used to drive us to a pool, and man, I just remember he used to smoke too in his car, and it the smell of his smoke and the chlorine from the pool, I still can remember, and I did not like that smell, but but I'm glad you're getting a good memory though of what you're smelling, Amrit. Let's see, Mike said, you were born at a rave, 5 minutes later everybody passed you around over their heads like a beach ball? Are you serious, man? That's really, really interesting. That's cool. It really is, actually. That's cool, but that's really interesting. Oh, wow. Let me check here. Any more things I wanted to mention? Just as a reminder, guys, just on Sunday at 7 p.m., I know I mentioned this earlier in the show, there will be a charity auction. And that's for Sean and his family over there at 8-Bit Beer Company, who lost their son Wesley on April 21st, just several days ago, 2 days ago. And Beach Bum Beards is going to have a live stream on their YouTube, And I want to thank Cody Britt, aka the Sea Breezy Bearded, for the mass notification which I received, and I've shared to our Instagram account. So thank you for getting the word out about that. And I'm just doing my part to spread this word in the support of our bearded brother and my peer in business, Sean, over at 8-Bit Beard Company, and his family. So Josh says, was that a 420 smell? No, actually, I know what you mean, but I actually wasn't going for that. I was going for more just the typical clove and cigarette smell from a nightclub, and when you walk out and that fresh air hits your face. But I don't know. I mean, I don't smoke pot, especially for a few reasons. One is, for one is I just don't, and then two, I'm in Texas, and three, I just feel like it's not legal here, and I have a lot to lose if I were to do that, so I don't do it. But we did go on vacation to Florida a couple of years ago, and it seems to me that the smell of pot now smells more like skunk than what I remember it smelling like when I'd be like at a concert or something. And I don't know, it's just different now, I think. Unless, I don't know, maybe that's what is that, fake marijuana? I'm not sure. I forgot what they call it, but Mike says he was only joking. Come on, that's a great story, man. I think you should delete this comment because that's a great story, brother. All right, let's do this. Let's do one more giveaway because it is now 9:30, and I think that would be a good time to do that. So here we go, guys. This is going to be a giveaway. We've got 10 people here, so we'll do 1 through 5 together. All right, so I just set this up for 1 through 5. We're going to have, when you see the word go, I want you to pick one number and one number only between 1 and 5. And that will be for another $25 gift card to Ferocious. Sometimes you guys might be like, how come you keep giving out gift cards instead of like sending a beard oil or a beard balm? A couple of reasons. One is gift cards, all I need is your email address and your name, and I can send you a gift card easily without trying to kind of force whatever beard oil or balm or butter I want you to have. I want you to be able to have the freedom to pick whichever one you want. So that's really the primary reason. And two, sometimes I found that when you do have a $25 gift card, you might want to buy something else on top of that. And so that's always useful. But if you don't have to. That's enough really to get you an oil, a balm, or butter, pay for shipping, and get it to your door. So that's really the reasons why I do that. So let me see. I'm going to do the ready, set, go, and then when you see the word go, type in one number, please, between 1 and 5. Yeah, Michael says they call it synthetic marijuana. Yeah, I remember when I was in the police academy, they were talking about how, in Texas at least, like companies that were making this synthetic marijuana would keep changing the recipes enough where they would stay just slightly ahead of the law. And it was like kind of weird that like you would see, you could buy them in stores, like it just doesn't, I don't know, didn't make sense. And Bald and Beautiful says, never smoked it and turned your stomach when you smelled pot. Yeah, I mean, I would smell it in audiences sometimes, the sweet smell of it, and it didn't bother me, but man, that skunk stuff, I just hate that smell. All right, let's do the countdown here as the comments are coming in. Some comments are coming in, not all though. We have 11 people here. All right, 1, 0, and I'm gonna hit stop. Yeah, Amrit says K2. I remember that word, K2. Yeah, in New York City. That stuff is really bad. All right, so let's pick the number now together. Here we go, guys. And this was... I didn't seem to get that many numbers, so I was a little surprised, but let's see. All right, number 2. And in this case, it is Big Man Bearded. Big Man Bearded, you won the $25 gift card. So I will get that out to you guys this weekend. I'm going to try to get it out tonight. If not, it will be out this weekend to you guys. But I really... Oh, don't forget that. Like, here's another good thing about using these gift cards. If you use the gift card, it's like cash, so you can use the gift card and any codes we have. So that's another good benefit to that. Let's see. Amrit says that business model works. It worked with you. Plus, you're an awesome, kind owner. Oh, thanks you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, that synthetic stuff is bad news. I've seen videos of people doing that and just going, like, you know, getting naked and acting crazy, looking like they're in a Thriller video or something. So, yes, way to go, Rodney. Absolutely. Congratulations. Congrats. Awesome. All right, let me get this off the screen just because it's taken up most of it. Well, I think that pretty much does it for me for tonight. It's 9:37. Really appreciate you guys hanging out as always. Let's see, Rudy, I'm going to try to make it to Pantego tomorrow after 6. And I'll be in Arlington at the reptile event. If anyone's in the DFW area and wants to go look at reptiles, I'll be there. I'll try to take some pictures and so forth. I think it'll be fun. Yeah, don't forget, good call right there, Big Man Bearded. If you guys place any orders, don't forget to order off the app, because every month I do a $50 gift card giveaway for anybody who places orders on the app. You're entered into that giveaway, and on the first Friday of the new month, I draw that winner, and it's a $50 gift card. So can't go wrong with that. And of course, the reason is because I'm trying to get you guys to purchase more things and have the app so I can get the word out to you, and just have people use the app, because I pay more for that app every month than I pay for my Shopify site, just to put it into perspective. But I think the benefits are worth it because I'm able to get the word out to you guys, and I really do enjoy having the app. So definitely download the app. I want to say at last call there were just over 650 people. I haven't even checked recently to see, but let's see how many people have the app, just because it's been a while since I checked. Okay, it is loading. Stats. Okay, yeah, so the total app downloads is 698 right now. That's how many people have downloaded it, and the breakdown on that one is 264 iPhone users and 434 Android users have downloaded the app. So that's how many people so far have downloaded the app. So good reminder. Thank you for reminding me. So let's see. Amrit says, Zarati, you accept the gift card, brother? And if you don't want it, I'll keep it. And Michael says he thought you'd keep it. Okay. Well, I'll still check the video just because I want to see how it goes, but I think we'll work it out, guys. Don't worry. You know we'll do good. Let's see. Of course, I'd love to have it. We finally get fetish, but it's okay if you want to get it, brother. Well, don't worry. We'll take care of you guys. All right, guys. That does it for me tonight. I really, really, again, appreciate you guys coming out here and helping me and joining me, because I love talking to you. And I will see you guys next Friday, and then we'll see you on the Collaboration Corner on the first Tuesday of the month. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you later. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye.